So hey my YouTubers and everyone in the world, today is September the 6th. The time is now 8:37 a.m. guys. It's going to be a beautiful Friday all day. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell so you can see more of me. Now today's topic is going to be 8 signs that you are an overprotective parent. Hey, 8 signs guys. Alright, so let's get into this video right now. Yes, there is a such thing as being an overprotective parent. And I feel like it's very important for parents to understand that, these are the signs to know that you may be an overprotective parent. It's no offense to anyone. It's just this is something that we need to be aware of. Now, the first sign that you may be an overprotective parent is you create too many safe zones for your child or your children. Like, it's one thing to be protective, but if you're constantly creating like safe zone, safe zone, safe zone, that's just like it's doing too much. At the end of the day, you want your child to be able to live and learn from their, life experiences. Of course, it's good to teach them things, but if you're creating so many safe zones, trying to protect them from everything that goes on in the world, that's actually not allowing them to live. That's hindering them in different ways. Because now when they get older, they're so used to the safe zones that they're not expecting certain things that may occur in life. And you want them to be prepared for everything. Now, the second sign to know that you may be an overprotective parent is you don't respect their privacy. Now, when I say you don't respect their privacy, I'm talking about ages, I would say 16 or 17 and older, ages 18 and older. If you're constantly going through their drawers, trying to find different things, or you're still going through their book bag at 18 and 19 to see if they have condoms in a book bag, or if you're going through their diary when they're not home, then that is a sign that you may be an overprotective parent. Because at the end of the day, when they hit a certain age, and this is 19 or 20, to go through their diary, to go through their dresser drawers, to go through their book bag, it's just bordering on being overprotective. I think it's better to have that relationship with your child where they can actually sit down and tell you what's going on, rather than you having to go through their stuff to find out certain things. Because children hide secrets, but you have to give them time to open up to you. And if you guys already have that effective communication, then they won't feel the need to hide secrets from you. Now, the third sign that you may be an overprotective parent is you make their decisions for them. Now, once again, this is a tricky one. You make their decisions for them. I'm talking about ages 17, 18, 19, and older. If you're still making decisions for them and now they're young adults, then that is a sign that you may be an overprotective parent, because you want them to get to a point in life where they know how to gain that independence. They know how to make their own decisions. They know how to learn from their own mistakes. Because remember, there may be a point in time where you may not be around, and you won't be around to always make decisions for them. You want them to have that independence where they know how to make their own decisions. Now, the fourth sign that you may be an overprotective parent is you shield them from harsh realities. Now, like I said before, I understand that you want the best for your child. I also understand that you don't want them to face certain things that happen in life at a young age. But at some point in time, you have to be realistic with them and let them know the things that go on in life, because you want to prepare them for their future or for things that may occur in their lifetime. And I understand now my mother's parenting, because, for everything that I was going through in my life, she had a story for stuff that she went through around that same age and how she dealt with it, how she overcame it. So that is one way to help them deal with the realities of life. Like, it's important that children know that children are born every day, but people also die every day. And as sad as it is a part of life, because they may experience something like that. And at least if you don't shield them from those realities, if or when something like that does happen, they will be better prepared on how to deal with it. Now, the fifth sign to know that you may be an overprotective parent is you want to accompany them everywhere they go. Like, you want to be on a class trip when they go. You want to be at the mall when they go with their friends. You want to be at the movies when they go with their friends. That is a sign that you may be an overprotective parent. As I said before, when they are extremely young, when they're between 5 and 10, 11, 12, I understand you wanted to be on class trips with them and experience that and make sure your child is good, or you going to the movies with them, or you going to the mall with them and their friends. When they're extremely young, I understand you wanting to do stuff like that. But once they hit 17, once they hit 18 and 19, you want to start allowing them to have some type of freedom to start living their life. Because remember, they're only going to be 17 for 1 year. They're only going to be 16 once. You want them to still have fun and have friends and have, their own life experiences where they can come home and say, Mom, this is what I did today. You don't want them to feel like they're still a baby at that age. Even when they turn 14 and 15, they still get to a point where, Mom, I don't need you on my class trips. And if you're still feeling the need to always be around, it's bordering on smothering them, and they might rebel when they get older, and you don't want that. Now, the sixth sign to know that you may be an overprotective parent is you take care of all their problems. Now, this is a big deal. And I'm going to tell you why. If you're constantly saving them from the mistakes that they made, or always getting them out of trouble when they got into some type of trouble, the problem with that is as they get older, because they're so used to you doing that, every time they get into a situation, remember, they've been babied. So now when they get into a serious situation, as they get older, they're going to be expecting you to come save them, Captain Save a child. And that's not always going to be the case, because sometimes they may get into some type of trouble that unfortunately you cannot even save them from. You want them to learn from their lessons as they start growing older. 13, 14, 15. This way, when they hit 17 and 18, they are now responsible for their actions. If you're always saving them, then what you're telling them is it's okay for you to go out there and do something, because there's not going to be any repercussions, because I'll come and save the day. But what happens if it's a situation where you're not able to save the day? So you want to prepare them. You want to allow them to make some type of mistakes and teach them how to handle those mistakes in the near future. This way, they won't make the same mistakes. Now, the seventh sign to know that you may be an overprotective parent is you don't let your child fail. I think that is really, really important for you to allow your child to fail sometimes, because they actually learn from failure. If you always put them in a situation where they feel like they have to succeed, what happens if they don't succeed? You don't want them to feel like, okay, I didn't succeed, so I have to quit. No, what you have to do is teach them to learn from their failures so that they don't make those same mistakes in the near future. And that is the key. As your child gets older, they may take a test where they may not pass, but you want them to know, baby, it's okay, because failure is a part of succeeding. And at the end of the day, sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times for you to do something before you get it right. And that's all that means. And you have to teach them the difference between failing something and being an actual failure. There is a difference between the two. Now, moving forward, the eighth sign to know that you may be an overprotective parent is not letting them walk to school alone. Now, this goes back to a certain age. If they're 9, 10, 11, I can understand you not wanting to allow your child to walk to school, because there's a lot of strange people in the world. But at the end of the day, you also want them to feel that sense of independence. So if you're constantly always doing things for them, the problem is they become completely dependent on you. And as they get older, they fall on you more and more and more. So it's important for you to teach them that sense of independence, which means that it's okay to allow them to walk to school by themselves. As long as they have a cell phone, you're able to call them and actually hear their voice and know that they're okay. When they get to school, you guys have a clear understanding. When you get to school, make sure you call me. That's okay, because now you're showing them that you trust them out there by themselves, even if in your heart you're still afraid, because you know what lurks out there. But you want to give them that sense of independence, and it makes them want to do more. more independent things, because that's what you want. Now, I hope that those 8 signs that I gave you guys today really shows you that these are the signs of being an overprotective parent, and there is a such thing. And like I always say, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And of course, visit my website at shoploveronline.com. Until next time, guys, peace.